You know, there are some stories that just stick with you. This is one of them. Out in the Nevada desert, there's a radio signal that breaks every rule we have. It's just static, a constant broadcast coming from this weird, desolate building that has no power. For years, it was just a spooky story for radio geeks, but it turns out there was something hiding inside all that noise, just waiting for someone to finally listen. And then, in 2021, everything just cracked wide open. A guy named David was messing around with his radio, and he stumbled onto this frequency. But what he heard wasn't just noise. It was his father, his dad, who'd been gone for over 30 years. And that one impossible moment, it blew the lid off a mystery that had been hiding in plain sight for decades.
Okay, so let's get into it. David's story is what got the world's attention, but the signal itself, it has this long, completely baffling history. We're gonna dig into what people are calling the ghost frequency, a broadcast that has stumped scientists, that the government denies, and that seems to be playing by a whole different set of physical laws.
It all kicks off way back in 1979. Amateur radio operators start picking up what they call the hum. A year later, the FCC sends a team out. They find nothing. No power source, no transmitter, nothing. The case file just gets stamped inconclusive. Then, things get weirder. Through the 80s, there are reports of failed government attempts to jam it. And get this, in the 90s, they apparently sent a demolition crew, but every single one of their vehicles just died on approach. This thing has actively fought every attempt to shut it down.
And this is where it all comes from. A lonely, unmarked cinder block shack in the middle of nowhere, pretty close to Area 51, by the way. No power lines running to it, no generator humming outside, nothing. And yet, for more than 40 years, it's been blasting out a powerful signal 24/7. So the very first question, the big one, is where in the world is the power coming from? For decades, that's all it was, a weird building with a mystery power source. But you know, as a journalist, this is where the story went from just strange to something else entirely. A few researchers started to ask a really smart question. What if the static isn't random? And what they found? Well, it changed everything. So here's the scientific bombshell. A cryptographer, Dr. Elora Voss, ran an analysis and discovered that the static wasn't static at all. Hidden inside was a digital signal. But the way it was hidden, that's what's called anachronistic encryption. And all that really means is, it's a code being used before the technology to even create that code was invented.
Dr. Voss put it perfectly. She said finding this in a 1979 signal is like excavating a medieval castle and finding a brand new smartphone. It just couldn't exist yet. The technology to do this wasn't developed until the 1990s. So this isn't just unexplained anymore. We've crossed over into a full-blown paradox.
So the big question is, what did this impossible message say? Well, for over 40 years, hidden in that noise, it was just one phrase, on a loop. We are here. Why aren't you listening? It's chilling. It suggests there's an intelligence there, an intention, and maybe just a little bit of frustration. And this is where the story takes a hard left turn. After David's discovery went viral, once the world finally started paying attention, the message, that same message that had been looping for decades, it changed. The signal seemed to react, to become aware. Now it said, "You finally heard us, now we will speak." It wasn't a recording anymore. It felt like someone picked up the phone. And once that happened, the floodgates just opened. People all over the globe started tuning in, recording, listening, really listening. And they started hearing things. Specific, personal things. Things no radio station should ever be able to know. Take a woman named Maria. Her brother died back in '95. She starts recording the static, and after a few nights, she hears his voice. And it wasn't just some vague whisper. It called her by a childhood nickname, a name that only he ever used. You see, this isn't just a spooky sound. It's specific, personal data. Then you've got James, a truck driver. He's listening, and a clear voice comes through with a warning. Don't take the I-10 tomorrow. Bridge out. He almost blew it off, but something made him change his route. And sure enough, a bridge on the I-10 collapsed the very next day. So this thing, it doesn't just know the past. It seems to know what's about to happen. And maybe the most unbelievable one is Sarah. Her mother was in a deep coma, totally unresponsive.
Sarah hears her mom's voice clear as day through the static, giving these very specific medical instructions. She runs to the doctors, tells them, and they find a tiny brain bleed they had completely missed. They treat it, and her mother wakes up. I mean, how do you even begin to explain that?
So you've got this avalanche of incredible evidence. Lives are being saved, people are making these impossible connections. You'd think there would be a massive global scientific investigation, right? Wrong. What we got was a wall of silence, and then a very clear effort to shut the whole thing down.
It was like something out of a movie, a classic playbook. First, they try intimidation. These men in suits show up at Dr. Voss's lab talking about national security, telling her to stop her research. When she doesn't, they move to step 2, suppression. Her lab gets broken into, and the only things stolen are the hard drives with her decoded data. And finally, step 3, flat-out denial. To this day, the official line is they know nothing about it. That's not how you react to a simple radio glitch.
And then came the bombshell. A whistleblower, someone who used to be in intelligence, came forward anonymously. They confirmed everything. The government knows. They tried to shut it down and couldn't. And their final, chilling conclusion was this: it's not hostile, but it is not human.
Well, that just blows the doors off everything. If it's not a secret government project and it's not human, then what on earth are we dealing with? The whole conversation has to shift. We're not trying to prove it's real anymore. Now we're trying to figure out what it is.
And the theories out there, they're as wild as the story itself. Some physicists talk about a temporal bleed, like a weak spot in time where past, present, and future are all kind of overlapping. Others believe it's straight-up afterlife communication, a literal phone line to the other side. You've got extraterrestrial contact, of course, and maybe the most unsettling idea of all, that it's a message from our own future, from human descendants, reaching back in time to talk to us. Now, it helps to put this in context. We've had weird signals before. There are number stations, probably spies sending codes. There's EVP, those faint voices on recordings, but they're highly debated. And of course, the famous WOW signal, which was huge, but it only happened once. The Nevada static is different. It's always on, it's using impossible technology, it knows things it shouldn't, and this is the big one, it's interactive. It's listening back.
Which brings us to right now. The mystery isn't what it used to be. For me personally, I'm past the what-if stage. The evidence, the personal stories, the paradox of the technology. It's just too much to dismiss. So the question isn't really what is it anymore? The real question is, what will it tell us next? And what are we supposed to do with that information?
So I'll just leave you with this. That signal, it's out there, broadcasting right now. If you tuned in tonight and through all that crackle and hiss, you heard a voice you recognized, a voice you thought you'd never hear again, speaking right to you, what would you do? Would you let yourself believe it? Or would you just turn the dial?